Do you ever feel like your brain is a sieve? Do you ever feel like every time you learn a new word, it pushes some old words out of your brain? Well, hopefully I have a solution for that today. This solution is called digital flashcards, and this video is about using digital flashcards to remember words in English or whatever language you're trying to learn. In this video, I'm going to talk about what are digital flashcards, how to register for flashcards software, how to add flashcards, how to practice the flashcards, how to find words and sentences, and finally, some tips. So, first, what are digital flashcards? Well, learning a word is easy, right? If I told you that this animal is an antelope, then that's easy. Now you know a new word. You know this word, antelope, and you know what it is. It's this animal. The problem is, if I ask you again after a week, what is this animal? You will probably say, I don't know. You will probably have forgotten. You probably won't have seen any antelopes in that week or used the word at all. So you will have forgotten the word. That's because of something called the forgetting curve. When you learn something new, at the moment that you learn it, you know it. So you have 100% chance of remembering that word or that fact. However, your chance of remembering it drops very quickly until after 7 days, you only have about 10% chance of remembering the new word. Digital flashcards do something called spaced repetition. This means they give you reminders of the word. So when you learn a new word, the digital flashcard app will make you remember the word again the next day so that you don't forget. And then it will make you remember it again and again and again until you've learned the word permanently. The really clever thing about digital flashcards, which is better than paper flashcards, is that the repetitions, or the time between the repetitions, gets longer over time. So you have your first reminder 1 day after learning the new word. The second reminder comes a bit later. That's after about 10 days. The third reminder comes after about 20 days or 30 days. And then your fourth reminder will come after about 60 days, because each time you remember the word, it will go further and further into your long-term memory, so you will remember it for a longer time. So using digital flashcards is a really efficient way to study, and it saves you time from reviewing the same words over and over again. So the digital flashcard apps, these are two popular ones. Anki is very popular. That's my favorite. One disadvantage with Anki is if you're using an iPhone, you have to pay £10 for the app. So if you are using an iPhone, I recommend Supermemo, which is free on all devices. And both of these apps are very, very similar, and there are other similar apps as well. So find one that works for you. Now, I'm going to tell you how to register for Anki, which is my favorite flashcard software. So first thing you need to do is go to the App Store on Google on your phone. Now, I do recommend using a phone because you can study anywhere, but you can do it on a computer as well. So search for Anki, find the Anki Droid flashcards software, click on that, and then click install to install that on your phone. Now, because I'm using my laptop now, so I'm also going to show you the web version. So you go to Google, type in Anki web, and then click on this one, ankiweb.net. I'm going to click there. And then yes, so you have to click on this one. This is for the web version. You need to click on here and then click on sign up to make an account. So I'm going to type in my email address and type that in again. And then I'm going to put in a password. So then just click on the sign up button. Now I will see the terms and conditions. So I'm going to read those very quickly and then check the box. Click continue. Now, email sent. So they've sent me a confirmation email. So I need to check my email, and I have okay, here is my confirmation email. So I'm going to click that. Click here to verify your email, and that's done. So now I can click here and I'm signed in. So now I have registered for Anki. Like I said, it's better to do it on your phone using the app. The process on your phone will be very similar. Just make sure you remember your email address and your password, and then make sure you check your email to see the confirmation email, which you need to verify before you can use the software. So that one is just here. All right. Now, next, how to add flashcards. So on the left here, I've got 4 words that I want to learn: factory, post office, bank, and field. I've also got a sentence containing each word, and that's the important part. You also need a sentence to go with each word. So what I'm going to do now is click on this. Yeah, so click on this one here and click on add. Now, type the word you want to learn in the box that says back. Now, type the sentence into the box that says front. Products are made in a factory. Full stop. Now, the next thing you have to do, which is important, is delete the word that you want to learn from the front of the card and replace it with a line like that. So we know that there's a missing word here, and this is the word that you have to try to remember. Now I'm going to click save, and then I'm going to do that for all of the other words here. Okay, that's the last one, so I'm going to save that and then click here to go back to the home screen. Now, the next thing I need to do is practice the flashcards. So, you should practice every day. Now, you might not always practice every day, and that's okay. Don't worry if you miss a day, but try to practice on most days. You can do it at home, at the bus stop, or any time when you have 5 minutes to spare. So, to practice the cards, first I'm going to click here where it says default. This is the name of my deck. You can change that if you want, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to click here and then click on the button Study Now. So now I'm going to see my first flashcard and I can see the front of the flashcard. It says products are made in a blank. Now I have to remember what the word is here, so I'm going to try to remember that before I click the show answer button. I'm going to try to remember the word, and I think that it's factory. Factory, F-A-C-T-O-R-Y, factory. So now I'm going to click show answer, and I was right. Yes, so that's great. You can choose one of these buttons now. Again, good or easy. I'm going to click good because I remembered the word well. So I'm going to click good. Okay, next one. You send a letter at the... You send a letter at... I think this one is police station. So I'm going to click on show answer and... Oh, right. No, that one was post office. So this time I got it wrong. So you have to be honest with yourself here. Don't click good if you got it wrong. Click on this button again. Okay, right. You can send money at you can send money at a bank. Okay, I'll check that one. Okay, good. Vegetables grow in a field. This one's easy, this one. Field. F-I-E-L-D, field. Okay, yeah, that one's easy, so I'm going to click the easy button. I don't need to see that again for 4 days, so easy. Okay, it's showing me this one again because I got it wrong the first time. I think it was post office. Okay, check the answer, post office. Okay, I got it right this time, so I'm going to click good. Remember, it's fine if you get it wrong. It doesn't matter, but it's just helping you to learn. Products are made in a factory. Good. You can send money at a bank. Good. You send a letter at the post office. Okay, so I'm seeing them all twice this time because it's my first time, but now finally I've seen them all twice, so it says congratulations, you have finished this deck for now. So I'm finished for today, but I will come back tomorrow and practice those words again. So how to find words and sentences to make flashcards. You can find them in anything that you read. When you're reading a book, a magazine, a newspaper, a poster, everything. If you see a word that you want to learn, you should make a flashcard of that. You can find them in video subtitles. You can find them in a dictionary. Look for example sentences in a dictionary. And when you find a word that you want to learn, use a bilingual dictionary to check the meaning, translate it into your language, and then once you understand the meaning, use the word and the sentence to make a flashcard. So here's an example. If you're reading this newspaper headline, it says 1 million children set to stay off school today amid safety fears. Maybe you're thinking, amid, I don't know this word. So the first thing you would do is search for that word in a dictionary. So search, I'm going to just search on Google, amid. Amid means surrounded by or in the middle of. It can also mean in an atmosphere or against a background of. And I think this second meaning is more suitable in this example. So it's in an atmosphere of safety fears. But the important thing is here the sentence. So you're going to use this word and this sentence to make a flashcard. Here is the word, here is the sentence, and then you can go back to Anki and add a new card like this. So on the front you're going to put your sentence, leave a blank space for the word, and then put the word on the back part of the card, and then save that. And that's great. I'm going to practice that tomorrow. Try to remember it tomorrow or later today. Okay, so that's it. Here are some tips. Make sure you understand the words you are learning. Find sentences written by a native speaker. Don't try to write your own, because they might have mistakes in them. Practice a little bit every day. Don't worry too much if you miss a day, but try to practice every day. Don't worry if you get it wrong. That's all part of the learning process. And finally, if you don't like a sentence, if you don't like a flashcard, delete it. There might be one that you just keep getting it wrong again and again. It's fine to just delete one if you don't like it. Okay, so that's all. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And as usual, if you have any more videos that you'd like to see in the future, please leave those suggestions in the comments as well. Thank you very much for watching.